Hello Internet, I'm Elliot the Purple Goofus and welcome to Buddy Reads, where I read a small selection of a book and review it for you. Today we are covering chapters 6 and 7 of Artemis by Andy Weir. I hope you read up to that point yourself because I do not want to ruin anything for you. So in our last section we had Jazz and she was riding on the train and she was trying to get back to the visitor center so that she could get through that airlock because all the other airlocks were covered by security people. She got to the airlock and on the other side was a man named Dale. Here she is talking with Dale. You find out a lot of things about the relationship of Jazz and Dale. Turns out that Dale helped Jazz in a spot like she wrote in the letter and they became very, very good friends. And she was so surprised that there was this guy that she had found that didn't want anything to do with her romantically or sexually or anything like that. And then you find out it's because, well, Dale is gay. And while they're having the conversation about why are you here? How did you get here? And he said it was obvious, of course. They were all going to go search that place. They contacted me to search this place. Of course you were going to be here. And she goes, oh, great. But now could you leave me alone? I don't want to ever see you again. And you find out that Dale actually took her boyfriend away from her. And he was like, Jazz, he was gay. He was so gay. He was super, super, super gay. And it was just like, get back to the action, please. But you find out that just Dale helped Tyler cheat on Jazz and it broke Jazz's heart. It really destroyed the friendship that Dale and Jazz had. Understandably. Dale says, I will let you go on one condition. You have a drink with me on Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night. And she says, what? And he's like, I want my friend back. Please, can I have my friend back? She's like, you cheated. You took my boyfriend from me. He's like, he was so gay. If that's what I have to do to get out of this, then fine. I'm going to have a drink with you on Tuesday, but I'm not going to like it. He's like, fine. You don't have to like it. You just have to sit there for an hour on Tuesday and have a drink with me at Hartnell's. She's like, okay. And he lets her go. She gets a notification from Ton that says, hey, I'm not exactly happy with my delivery. You know, one of the parcels is missing out of the 4. And it's kind of like this texting code that they have. She says, I know, I'm working on it. It will be all cleared up soon. He's like, it better be. She unloads all of her stuff and she goes back to her place. And then a couple days later, she is supposed to go pick up the HIB unit because it was kind of roaming around outside of the moon. And she's making laps around this airlock because, well, there's still people guarding the airlock. There's still people working around the airlock. And in order to get outside to grab the HIB unit, those people should not be there. Because as soon as they see her grabbing the HIB unit, well, she's kind of boned. So she's making laps and making laps and making laps, and eventually she finds an opening. She runs in, she gets the HIB unit, and she runs out, and she is walking away when she runs into Rudy. And Rudy, if you don't remember, is the space Mountie. And Rudy, he walks up to her and he's like, okay, what's going on? I know you know something. She says, I know nothing. And he says, I know that you know something. She's like, I don't know anything. Here, have $100. This is a payment for the truth. Now tell me the truth. What's going on? And she's like, I do not know anything. Actually, she doesn't say that. What she actually does is she says nothing. And he's like, I knew you knew something. And she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, once I had paid you, I knew that you would not say anything, because if you would say anything, it would implicate you. And if you had lied, it would welch on the money that was sent to you. And I know that you and your father are not like that. She's like, and she doesn't want to say anything. She's like, I'd rather be away from this conversation right now. And she's like, and Rudy's like, I know you're up to something. I know you know something about this. Do not think that I will ever forget you. And she's like, fine. And she walks away as fast as she possibly can. Then she gets another notification from Tron that says, hey, I need to talk to you. Please meet me at my place. She says, okay, and she goes off to meet him at his place, and she goes, and the door is unlocked. There's no maid. There's no Irma. There's no German lady standing there going, what do you want? No, it's just her and an unlocked door. And she slowly opens the door and she looks inside. And on the floor in front of the door is a bloody vase with a bunch of blood on the wall. And she just goes, nope, 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 nope. And she turns around and she walks away. That's just what I would do too. That is a nope, nope, nope situation. Then we have a selection of letters, and we have Kelvin talking to Jazz. And Kelvin says, this is a great partnership that we have, but there are just some things that I can't do because I would have to be in 2 places at once. Could I possibly hire someone else on? She says, maybe, probably, I really need to vet that person. You really need to be like super, super careful about who you hire. And he's like, I understand that. What if I find someone, send all the particulars to you and have him followed and everything like that? And she's like, maybe that might work, but I'm very, very cautious. You have to be extremely careful. And he's like, I understand. I'll find someone perfect. And she says, okay. The next chapter starts with her texting Rudy and being like, blood at Tron's. Go there now. He's like, fine, stay there. And she's like, nope, out of here. And she runs away. And while she is trying to find a place to hide, she sees a news notification. And it says that there has been a double homicide. And Tron and the German woman are dead. And it's like, well, fuck. Now she's implicit on his murder. So, yeah, she's kind of screwed. She immediately calls Kelvin, and she says, look, the deal's off. We can't do this anymore. Look, you need to secure whatever you need to do. Just please, please, please do not send any more stuff for Tron. Do not do anything for Tron. And he's like, is everything okay? She's like, I'll tell you later. Just right now, just stop doing things for Tron. He says, fine. And she's like, thank you. And hangs up real quick because it charges her like $10 a minute. And then she calls her father, and she says, look, Dad, I know that we're on the rocks kind of, but you need to be in a hiding place. You need to go somewhere and hide. You need to go somewhere where no one will ever find you and hide. And he's like, what's going on? And she's like, don't ask questions, just hide. And he's like, are you okay? And he's like, stop asking questions, just hide. And he's like, come with me. And she's like, no, I can't. And he's like, why not? And he's like, stop asking questions, just hide. She eventually can't convince him to hide and doesn't calm him down at all and just hangs up on him because she's like, okay, I sent him the message. Okay, we're moving on. She actually hides in a refrigeration unit for a bit and freezes her butt off. It's kind of, yeah. Do not want to do that. Then she decides that she is going to do something about this because while she was in the refrigeration unit, she was thinking about the guy that was with Tron when she first delivered the package in the first section of this read-through. And she's like, well, that guy knows something. That guy definitely knows something. We need to go and find that guy. How might I possibly do that? And so she goes to the salon. She gets herself all dolled up. And she goes and she picks up this tight, form-revealing dress. She gets like this expensive-looking purse. And she gets herself some stripper heels. And she dresses herself up like a prostitute. And she goes to the hotel where tourists go, where rich tourists go. And she hangs out in the lobby. And she first goes to the front desk and asks if she can go up to his room. And they say, no, we can't let you with the security reasons and all that. And she's like, okay, fine. And she hangs out in the bar area. And while she's hanging out in the bar area, this rich foreign guy comes up and asks her for her price. She says, da-da-da-da-da-da. And he says, I'll do that. And he's trying to send her money. She's like, no, not until it's all done. He's like, fine, I can understand that. They get to the elevator. And they go up to the floor where Jin Chu is, and also this rich guy, coincidentally. She goes to his room, and right before she goes into the room, she's like, you know what, I have to take this call. And she picks it up, and she's like, look, baby, this guy's just gonna pay me so much money to do this thing. And no. And the guy goes into his room, and once she feels that he can no longer hear her, she decides to go over to Jin Chu's room. And she breaks in, and there's a Hispanic guy with a knife. And he stands up, and he lunges for her. And it's just like, ah! And that's the end. That's the end of the chapter. Ah! Then we have 2 letters. One is from Kelvin saying, look, I found this guy named Jada. I'm having private eyes follow him. I'm getting all the information I can on him. Would you like a report? Also, these payments are coming in and all these transactions are going very, very well. This is amazing. Thank you so much for helping me. Also, how are things with Tyler? And she writes back, yes, I would like all the stuff on the report. I'm glad that all the transactions are going well. Tyler and I are done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And that's it. That's the end of the section. I have left you on a massive cliffhanger. Thank God my eyes didn't go wonky after this section, because you would be like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Well, I'm very excited to continue reading to find out what's going to happen after that guy lunges at her. Will she be able to get away in stripper heels? We'll see. Will this be another Jurassic World situation? We'll see. I don't know. Well, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like this video specifically, go ahead and click that like button, and go ahead and leave a comment letting me know what's the most ridiculous chase scene you've ever seen or read. Because I have a feeling we're about to read one of those next. I've been Alec the Purple-Haired Doofus. This has been Buddy Reads, reminding you to watch your Pajama Radius. And I will see you all in the next section of Artemis by Andy Weir. Toodles!